Good morning, guys. It is a tad bit chilly. Not quite as bad as the last couple days. I at least don't need my hat. Yes, I am wearing the same clothes I have the last 3 days, so I hate doing laundry, and I figure if I'm gonna get it dirty again, I might as well wear the same outfit, right? Anyway, what am I doing today? Neighbors started chopping hay about probably 7:30 this morning, and I haven't had enough coffee for the morning already, so I have filled up my coffee cup, waiting for the pickup to warm up, and then I need to go finish the fence last night that I didn't finish, and double check on Viper to make sure he stayed where he was supposed to stay, see if my fake fencing worked, and I need to get my numbers for who is going to the sale this weekend. I have a lot of ewes that they're just older. They only ever give me singles. I have a few ewes. I have a couple that in the last 2-3 years, they've never raised a lamb. It has either died within the first 30 days or they've been stillborn. And because I hate getting rid of anything, I've kept them in hopes for a better outcome, and it's never a better outcome, so they just need to go away. I've got a couple older ones that have only ever had singles, so they're gonna go away. And then I have some older ones that I don't want to get rid of them. They're still really good ewes, but I need to make room for the younger ones that have better breeding. You know, that's my goal, is to breed better, increase the milk lines of my sheep, and as much as I love the older ones, I need to keep the better bred stuff that I have now. So that is this afternoon's project. Probably see if I can get that Gallagher figured out. I know there's a way to do it. It just, for some reason, it's not meshing in my brain how to make it work. So I'm gonna play around with that this afternoon, get all my numbers, and but fencing first. I gotta get that done so the sheep don't jump out of the hayfield or into the hayfield when I don't want them there. He did stay. That makes me happy. Now, if he would get the last of these few girls done, that would make me even happier. Okay, it's sitting right at about 9:30. All the birds have been fed and watered. Viper is still where he belongs. I have all my parts and pieces for what I need to get that stretch of fence done. Let's see what we can get done in the next 3-ish hours, 3.5 hours, somewhere in there. Little miss, where'd you come from? Does that mean I have a bunch of sheep out? Huh. It's not what I was hoping for this morning. Well, better out on my place than not. She does kind of look lost, though. And a few more up here. Well, crumb. Huh. Huh. All right, well, let's start by fixing that before we send them back in. Now I just hope none are over at the neighbors, because that would that'd not be a good thing. So here come the group of sheep that was out. Is that where they came in? She sure acted like she wanted to jump right there. Well, looks like they just headed back under the trees, so I know there's a lot of fencing to do, and I've been putting it off, but I need to get back on it just for that reason. Yeah, they could have knocked part of this over and scooted out, but maybe I'll get to it today. Right now I just need to focus on that other end. Oh, I can't get around the wheel line. I gotta go back. I need to focus on the other end, drive those last, I think I grabbed 5 more posts, drive those in, and then start putting the clips on to secure it to the fence. And depending on if it takes me till 1, if it doesn't, I'll put some clips on this side where we're missing them. And it's just so time consuming. And I feel like I'm not getting anywhere or doing anything. It's busy work that needs to be done to keep the fence on the T-posts. I just feel like I can be doing better things with my time, but it has to be done. And I would like to get this entire fence line around this hayfield done. The west side going to my other neighbors, thankfully they haven't been out there this year. At least I don't think they have. It's been a long year, I can't remember. So they may have been out there. I don't think they've been out on that side at all this year. So that's a good thing. But I do know I need to pound some more posts on that side and get the fence wired to the posts. That's just not a today project. Probably not a tomorrow project. Tomorrow is going to be all about the sheep, and maybe this weekend. We'll see. Pretty sure it's the same group that was out yesterday. Come here, girls. Come here. Come on, good girls. Come on. Good girls. Okay, this stretch is done up to this post that was here. I still need probably 10 more to do, but I had the wrong tools. I had this instead of my pliers. Made it a little difficult to get these wires on. Took me a lot longer than I expected, but I am gonna go pull the last few posts that I'm gonna need for this section and probably drive them in before I do lunch. And then tomorrow I'll just have to put the clips on because I probably won't get back out here. I might. It might not take me as long as I think it's gonna take me to get all my numbers put together and get that all synced up. We'll see. We'll see how the afternoon treats us. I was going to go pull posts so that I could pound them for that other section of fence, and I got sidetracked. I read every single comment that comes through. I'm really bad about replying back. And I told my husband last night that I needed to go through and reply to comments and, see if I'd missed anything. So, what? There must be some water in the hot tub. I love my dogs. They're weird, but I love my dogs. Anyway, so instead of pulling posts and pounding posts, I went through and answered the questions and comments on previous videos. So I think I'm caught up. There was one that I knew it was there and I'd been meaning to make mention of it and I completely forgot about it. So I am going to have my husband comment tonight. It is about the fencing. Someone made comment about how I'm fencing wrong, which nobody fences the same, so that's okay. But he will actually explain exactly why we fence, how we fence. And so I will get him to do that when he gets home tonight. But I'm gonna go do lunch. Again, I so appreciate the comments and the questions, and I will try to do better about keeping up on them. Thank you. I feel like today is getting away from me. It's almost 4 o'clock, and I think I have everybody I want to separate. Hopefully it's on here the way it needs to be. I made a dummy list, and I'm gonna scan the ones in Ace's group in hopes that it will do what I want it to do. If not, then I need to put it in a different file. But I want to get it figured out today before I spend all day tomorrow frustrated because it's still not working. So wish me luck. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. I know, I really need to have you guys have food. I don't think I'm getting close enough to you. Oh, come on, really? Well, I'm not having as good a luck as I thought I was. It said to make a list. So I made a new list of just the ones I want to pull out. And like I said, I made a dummy list of this group. But when I go into that list and I scan the tag, nothing happens. It doesn't register that it's been scanned. It doesn't vibrate telling me it's been scanned. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And it's very frustrating to me because this is the biggest reason I got this thing. Okay, we'll figure this out eventually. It's so annoying. Oh my gosh. I know it can be done. I know it can be done. My husband researched it. He made sure that this what I need could be used for. So what am I doing wrong? Am I still putting it in the wrong place? Okay, back to the computer. I think my daughter figured it out because she's awesome.
I wouldn't say that much.
Okay, do you remember how you did it?
Okay, so what I did is I had been reading through the help section and it said something about sessions. So I did something I think I clicked on new session and then I clicked on your culling list. But then to get it to work again, I think I did list all sessions and then I went to this one, which is your culling list because it doesn't have a name. Clicked on it, pressed open, and now it's working.
Okay, I have spent the last 3 hours, not to mention how many days. I told you it could do it. I just am too stupid.
Now, excuse me. You are far too comfortable looking down the barrel of a gun, ma'am.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, I'm gonna need detailed instructions.
More. Oh, look, and if you press more, animal history. So let's go to animal history. You have nothing.
I have nothing.
No. You haven't been able to figure it out, so you have not added nothing.
I know, I have done nothing.
Oh,
okay.
Lord, okay.
But it's okay because we figured it out. So now tomorrow when
Okay, I will write you out a list of how to get to this.
Yes, please.
Because I'm going to figure it out from the power off button.
Yes, please write me a detailed list on how to make it work.
Step 1, power on. The power button is the big red button.
You're such a turd. But it's okay. You have no idea the relief Mama feels right now. All right, I got to feed these guys because I only threw enough hay so that we could actually scan tags because nobody wanted to come say hi. Okay, but it's okay. It is. So if you will write me the instructions on how you found that so that tomorrow all I have to do is hit it And okay, do me a favor. Let's go down to Bon Jovi's group and let's scan one that's not in that cull group and see what happens.
Okay.
I think he's got a yellow tag.
There's 1, 2.
So he does have a couple. Okay, if you'll hold that for a second, let me throw a little bit of hay.
Okay, this is what shows up. I just scanned this one in front of me. This is what shows up.
Okay.
Sort
it goes-
others.
So it goes, whoops. So it goes into others.
And notice how it's not blue.
It's not blue and it's not, okay.
So you'll be able to tell the difference. You're not going to have to. You could probably put all your sheep in your alley and just walk down, go beep, 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 and just hold the dang thing. And
I could, but then how would I separate them out? Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. You have no idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to figure this out more.
Okay, you do that. Can you walk up to the house so I can go feed?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Why do you seem so concerned about that?
Because I know, but I drove you down here, so, but I need the bike to feed.
Steal your bike because you need it to feed.
I do.
Because I'm that much. I can't say that on camera.
Oh, I'm so happy. See, this is why I keep my daughter around.
You won't let me leave.
I know, because I love you so much.
I can't leave. Anytime I mention it, all of a sudden I've got a ball of shit.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I am just... You have no idea how long I have been trying to figure this out. I should have just given it to my daughter in the first place. Okay, because I know I don't explain it well.
Oh, I heard a new term today.
A new term.
Yes. And this goes along with splaining. It's kind of like remember you and I were talking about farmer splaining?
Oh yeah, farmer splaining.
Yes,
Yes.
farmer splaining. Well, today I heard a term that I'd never heard before, and it was to do with, it was in a public hearing, and the guy made a comment that there are country thinkers
Okay,
and city thinkers,
I believe that.
and they view things very differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I had never heard those two terms.
No, I can't say I've heard those two
So-
terms, but I've heard street smart and book smart.
Yes. But his thing was that,
People who live in the city look at things different than people who live in the country.
well, and it had to do with city people coming to the country and viewing, it's kind of like, here, let's build a subdivision in the country, and then we want all the country around us to become
City.
like the city was.
Yes. Yes.
So
we're mad because the cows fart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have diapers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, had a comment on my last fencing video about, and now I'm going to get it wrong. I'll have to find it again. But basically it was that I put the posts on the wrong side. So explain why we put the
Oh, I
posts
know
where
which
we
comment
put.
you're talking about.
Okay.
So it was a comment about, I believe, like when you're propping fence up because you're building fence,
Mm-hmm.
to put it on the side that it's laid down on so that you can prop posts in the fence back up. But that part of it's irrelevant because you don't care about when you're building the fence. You only care about when the fence is done. That the posts are always on the off side, which would be the non-pressured side. So if your sheep is on the pasture,
Mm-hmm.
and he's looking at your hayfield, wanting to get into the hayfield,
I would
You-
never do that.
you always put the post, you always put the fence between the post and the sheep, so that as he pushes against the fence, he's pushing it tighter on the post. If you put it on the opposite side of the post, then when he pushes on it, they push the clips or the wires or whatever you're using to hold it up there, they'll just push those off. But if
Gotcha.
they're pushing against it, they have to push and tip the post over.
Right.
So she could have been correct in what she was telling you for the prop it up, but that only works half of the time if the side you're propping up actually is the offside. If it's not the offside, then you have to put the post in and pull the fence to it so that you have the post on the field side and not the pasture side.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense to anybody?
It does to me, only because that's how we always do it.
Right.
If your sheep are in the pasture on the north side of the fence, then your posts go to the south side of that fence.
Of the wire.
Of the wire.
Yes. That way, the harder they push, the tighter, the harder against the post.
Yes.
They're pushing the wire.
Yes.
And the other way around, let's say you have, on short net wire, you have 4 clips.
Mm-hmm.
On medium and tall, you put 5 or 6.
I think we're doing 6 on the tall.
So on shorter fence, you only have 4 clips holding the wire. So if all they got to do is start pushing, and it'll just pop those clips off.
Gotcha.
So that's the reason. Not only is it the reason, but it's the right way. It's just,
I don't know. It's just how
our
everybody.
version.
Yep. It's
totally
how.
our version.
Well,
Somebody
and pretty
else
much
might-
everybody else around here.
Everything I've ever seen, and my dad was a cattle rancher forever and ever and ever, and that was how I was taught when I was 8 years old, and we were putting barbed wire up and twisting clips on.
Yep.
So that's how I've always done.
And I've only been doing it for 20 years ish.
But you were trained.
I
by
was
me.
trained by you.
So
We both could be wrong.
we both could be wrong.
But it
that's
works.
how we do it, and it works.
And it does. It works with our sheep. Okay. Thank you.